Hey family, welcome to the Cooler Today podcast where we talk about Christ in real life, where we know that we are crowned and authentic, where we wear our story and we walk in our purpose during the cool of the day. Y'all, it's your girl Keish, your host, and I have with me a very special guest. Before I get to who this very special guest is, as you can see, this season we've been walking through what it means to have Christ in the fire with us and what it looks like. And when he begins to prepare a way for us to come out of it, what does that look like? And today's conversation, it hits a little different, but it's right on time. So we'll be talking about how obedience, strategy, and faith all come together. And I'm sitting down with my very special guest, Mrs. Gloria Daughtery, LPC,
Yes.
also known as the bird in the bush. And listen, she's not just talking about faith, she's bringing the tools. So tune in, all my small business people, ministries, churches, marketplace leaders, and those who just have an interest in what she's going to say. She's helping people, especially the ones that I just mentioned, learn how to access opportunities, tap into funding, and yes, even learn how to write their own grants. So if you've been feeling stuck, which I know many of us have, no shame, distracted, overwhelmed, or like you've been in a fire season trying to figure it out by yourself, this conversation is for you. Okay?
It's the cool of the day, the cool of the day, the cool of the day.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Ms. Gloria, can you tell us just a little bit more about yourself and for us to
Okay. So I'm Gloria Daughtery, and I am currently residing in Hinesville. I have a business in Hinesville and in Savannah called Premier Counseling Services. By profession, I started off as an educator. I started teaching high school mathematics, so I do have a mathematics degree, so I'm good with numbers.
Yes. My girl.
I'm good with numbers from Savannah State University. Went on to Georgia Southern University, got my master's in school counseling, used that in order to become a licensed professional counselor. That's the LPC. And then I went on to Lincoln Memorial University and got my specialist degree in educational leadership. So it wasn't, my hope and my prayer was to become a school principal, but that's not what God intended.
You look like a school principal. I'm not gonna lie, she do like we're in them high schools. Hey, Miss Gloria, you getting the class?
Oh yeah, I was called the Black Tornado when I was at Savannah High. But it was funny. Yeah, young and stern and firm,
on fire.
So that's the nickname I got. But my leadership degree wasn't to put me in the educational setting.
Okay.
It actually was to put me in business and to use those leadership skills to lead a staff and not just lead a staff, but to teach and mentor other therapists, because that's what I do. I'm also a supervisor for upcoming therapists. So part of that is, as we're going to continue to talk about it, the journey that I have gone through to get to where I am puts me in a place to help other people overcome fear, overcome stress, overcome doubt, and allow them to do what God has told them to do, or what God has purposed them to do.
So like when you talk about the journey, can you hit on like what that process?
Well, oh my God. So Of course, as I said, I wanted to be a school principal, and it all started during this time because I felt like the school districts were overlooking me. And I felt I had so much potential to give, so many gifts to give, so many ideas. And what I've come to realize in my life is that I'm a trailblazer, I'm a visionary. And so it wasn't meant for me to give that gift to the educational arena. It was for me to give the gift to people who were coming into business, doing things like that. And that's what I do.
Wow.
Even with my patients now, when they come in and they sit, I don't know what happens, but we start talking about business. And do you know you're talented in this area? Like, I'm listening to you. Are you aware of that? They're like, no, I never thought about that. So a lot of people aren't ready or are unaware that they have something that they can tap into. And until someone says it, they don't do it. Like, I introduced this one lady to AI, and so now I'm more advanced than she is, but she took AI, and in a matter of 6 months, she has written over 40 books and workbooks that go along with
using AI.
With using AI.
So, like, okay, we're gonna get into the other part, but tell me about that, because I know I told you I'm writing a book, and it's hard. Like, just it's not hard, I would say, for me to just write. I can write, but like piecing it all together, is that what she kind of used?
Oh my gosh, she took her journals, and from her journals, she prompted AI, told AI what she wanted her book to look like the front of it, the book cover, the back end. She asked it to format it. She asked it to ask questions about her experience, which allowed her to further go into depth about her journey.
Oh my God, you are helping me so. So the bird in the bush.
The bird in the bush.
It's the cool of the day. The cool of the day. The cool of the day.
In 2007, I ended up getting ripped off of my job, and at this particular time, I had just got out the hospital from surgery. So I'm thinking I'm on 6 weeks worth of FMLA. Well, I get a letter in the mail that says you no longer have a job, and we don't have another position to put you in. And which I knew, I mean, in terms of the counseling position, maybe, but I have a math degree. I have a mathematics degree. You could have put me back into the classroom, but it was something they chose not to do for me. So at first I took it hard, and I kept going, poor me, pitiful me, you know, people always out to get me, people don't like me. I started down that path, and I sat in my house, and I just started thinking, like, what am I going to do, God? And now at this time, I had started a tutorial business, a tutoring business, and I had a contract with 27 school districts across the state of Georgia. Okay. And I sat there. Now, keep in mind, I have this, but I'm not thinking, okay, this is going to work for me. I'm depending on that job at the school system. God said, oh, no. I'm about to pull this, and I'm going to close the door. And I say that because I began looking for jobs in all of the metro counties in Atlanta for a math position, and nobody called.
Wow.
Nobody called. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm blackballed. Now, keep in mind, I'm in my negative thoughts. Nothing positive is coming out of this. I'm just thinking, this is the worst situation ever. So here it is. I'm sitting home. I'm on unemployment now. I have rent to pay. I have a car note to pay, car insurance. I have all these bills that I'm paying, and I'm only getting maybe a third of my salary.
Wow.
And I'm going, God, how am I going to do it? And I can remember, so back in 2007, 2008 was when the housing crash. Do you remember when
Yes.
all of that fraud was going on? And at the time, car dealerships, because I lived in an area when I went to the main road, it was a lot of car dealerships. And I would pass by the car dealerships and they would start closing, and I would start panicking, because keep in mind now I'm trying to depend on this business, this tutoring business, to carry me. And I went, I was looking one day at the car dealerships, and I said, oh my God, is that going to be my business? And I'm talking to God. God told me, 1,000 may fall by your side and 10,000 at your right hand. That's in Psalms. He said, but it won't come nigh thee.
Yeah.
Woo! He said, your well ain't gonna never run dry.
Yeah.
It'll get low, but it won't run dry. And out of that moment,
My God.
driving down Thornton, I think it was Thornton Road in Austell, Georgia, God spoke that to me. And out of that came a book called Your Well Will Never Run Dry. God Will Provide for You.
Which is one of the 4 books.
Yeah, which is one of the 4 books that I have written. So out of that started my path of encouragement and started me thinking more positive, because during that journey, when I tell you God provided for me, he put the right people in my life.
Yes.
Just money came from places I didn't know I had it. Like, I never went without.
Wow.
Never. My business didn't fold. I didn't go hungry. I didn't get eviction notices. I didn't get repo notices. None of it.
None. That's him in the fire with you.
That's him in the fire with me. And when I tell you,
wow,
God, I started asking God, why couldn't I get a job? He said, because you were so busy depending on them. You weren't depending on me. So I literally, the Lord just told me, I had to close the doors. Ooh. Because if I wouldn't have closed the doors, you wouldn't have been walking in your purpose.
Come on.
And I thought to myself, my purpose. So when I started my business, I had a little, like a little office space. And I remember one day I was sitting in the front at the reception area, and it was dark outside. So I kept seeing this car pass by, and I got scared. I said, oh my God, somebody finna come in here and rob me. I don't have any money.
Yeah.
So when the woman walked in the door, she said, ma'am, I don't want to scare you. I don't want you to be afraid. She said, but it's a light that is surrounding you in here. She said, the glory of God is just all in this place. And I'm looking at the lady. Woo. And she said, I don't know what you do here, ma'am. She said, but the Lord told me to tell you that I see you across from people talking, right? Now keep in mind, I'm not a therapist yet. I'm not an LPC just yet. Yeah. And I'm sitting here going, so by nature, I'm a math teacher. I'm doing a tutoring business. So she said, I see the words. She said, the Lord said, he's going to be speaking through you, and the people that's sitting across from you, they're going to have, it's like they have their mouth open, and everything that you say that God is giving you is going inside of them. And I said to myself, now this is the ignorant part of me. You mean these students are going to receive math like that? And I'm thinking it to myself, not even understanding the bigger plan that God had for me.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. And when I
That's
tell
powerful.
you now that, I left Atlanta, I got licensed in 2008. So this was her telling this to me in 2007. I wasn't even in the position yet to even begin to provide therapy for people. So in 2008, got licensed, started traveling around the world with the military. And then I settled. I ended up getting married. I ended up settling in Hinesville, Georgia. Opened up my practice in Hinesville, Georgia, which was the best thing I could have ever done.
Yes.
A lot of people say, how did you leave Atlanta and go to Hinesville? Now, don't get me wrong. When I moved to Hinesville, I said to the Lord, God, how did you put me in this God-forsaken land? Oh my God. It's nothing here.
Oh
It's
my
nothing
God.
here.
That's
But it was
so
the
funny.
people that needed me and still need me in Hinesville, Georgia at Fort Stewart.
Wow.
When I tell you, when you do what the Lord tells you to do, everything will begin to fall in place. It just falls in place. So I can see why I had to come to Hinesville, Georgia. And don't get me wrong, since I've been on this journey, I've helped several clinicians walk into their purpose, understand what their purpose is. And now I'm to the point, it's time for me to go back and take some of this skill set that I have and help business people, people who want to go into business, but people who say, but where do I get the money from? I don't have the money. And I'm a think out the box kind of girl too. So I will think out the box and come up with something. It's left up to them to grab it and take it.
God said, don't limit me. Don't limit God. Don't put
Yes,
him in no box.
so I'm sorry about that journey, but I'm 58. This happened when I was 40, so I just told you 18 years.
Well, hey, that was
18 years worth of a
18
story.
minutes, that's fine. That's a gold story. That's a testimony to how good God is and how He remains in the fire with us. And that's what this whole season is about. And not just remain in the fire, but also help us get out. And when we get out of the fire, help other people also get out of the fire. And so that's what she's doing. That's what she's doing with small businesses, as she said, and ministries and people just who want to be better and have more. It's okay to have the riches and the, because God said He gives us riches. That's right. And so we should have that. And how do we get that? We have to have people like Miss Gloria to help us get that. So it all works together for our good. But you said something powerful. Well, you said something powerful, but I wrote down something that I think God was telling me. I put down, they didn't see you, but God already knew you and the plans He had for you.
Absolutely.
When you were talking about how they just sent you the
They just sent me the letter in the mail, and here it is. You want to give your service to everybody. But life has a funny way of revealing itself. It really does. See, at 13, I was told you're a chosen, anointed vessel. And they told me, I see you talking to people like an audience. And I'm going, I'm not. Okay, so I'm a preacher's kid. My daddy was a bishop in the Holiness Church. And PKs, I was the PK. I'm not going to ever be no preacher. I'm never going to, not me. Oh, no, leading prayer service. That was me. That's what I said. But when we talk about ministry Ministry doesn't mean I have to be behind the pulpit or in the pulpit preaching. It doesn't mean that.
No.
When I tell you what I do now is ministry, because I feel I see people evolve. I see people change. I see their mindset change. Yes. Renew, that's what the Bible said. He'll renew your mind, the renewing of the mind. And I literally see that. So I know my purpose, I'm fulfilling my purpose now, my ministry now. And it's not, okay, Gloria Bible Seminary, Gloria, Holiness Church, nothing like that. Come to Premier Counseling Services.
Yes. Oh, strategic. The Lord is very strategic.
Oh,
and
yes,
I've been saying that for so long.
Yes, he
and
is.
I'll be in bed and I'll just wake up and the Lord be speaking to me. And I'm like, oh God, you're so strategic. Like how he would just have you do something like this. But this is her purpose. Just like this podcast, he has me to do this.
Yeah.
Because this is my purpose, to help people. And it's all about just drawing people right back into him.
Absolutely.
So as you were talking about the helping the small businesses, what led you specifically to helping small businesses and entrepreneurs, especially in the area of grant writing?
So as a small business, because I'm still considered a small business, there are hurdles, let me say hurdles. And the primary hurdle is funding. It's money. And a lot of people, they can't walk into their purpose because they don't have the funding. And so I feel as a person of knowledge, let me say that, okay? I have the knowledge, and what I've done with what I'm doing with AI is now I'm taking that knowledge and I'm making life, even for me, so efficient.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And when you could tell AI what you want, so say you walk in and you say, Gloria, this is my vision. I want to do a podcast. And this is the audience that I want to reach. This is my purpose. And you're telling me that. So what I would tell you, I would give you a prompt to give to AI and tell AI everything about who you are, what you want to do, the purpose that you want to serve, the population that you want to serve, how much money you want. And when AI learns all of that, then because this workshop, I've already got all the grants, the rolling grants that we're going to play with for the workshop. It's pick one of these grants, put that URL in the prompt, and tell it what you want it to do. Okay. It will write the complete grant for you.
Come on.
Based on what you tell it to do. A lot of people say, oh, AI is evil, yada, 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 yada. AI goes by the command of the human.
Yes.
So if the human is evil,
then the things that's going to produce
it's going to be evil.
And then it might not, because AI, I've noticed, it won't tell you like
certain things.
Oh
like, yeah, like
we can't help
things.
you with that.
Yes.
Like it's smart, too smart. Too smart.
So it's going to take what you put in and produce it. So if you want to help people, you want to do, well, I'm a trauma is my specialty in terms of mental health. So if you want to do something trauma based with your podcast, allowing people to tell their stories.
Don't you telling my season 7, y'all.
I'm sorry. I don't even know that.
You already speaking it now. She's telling me to go ahead.
It's the cool of the day. The cool of the day. The cool of the day.
That's really good. So people who like suffer with these obstacles. Like they keep just stumbling over obstacle after obstacle because they have these fears or insecurities. From your experience, what are the biggest things that keep people from accessing opportunities like grants?
Fear, doubt, lack of confidence, not sure of if they can do it. It's their mindset. So cognition. So if this was a therapy session, it would be what negative cognitions do you have? So it could be something like, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I can't do it.
Well, let's have that conversation because like this our therapy. This my therapy session. I'm getting a free therapy session today, y'all. Y'all are able to be in it with me. Isn't that cool how God just used me to do all this type of stuff? So for me, one of my biggest fears was just walking into the class. Like I literally would have the vision, but I'll be afraid to walk in the vision because I'm like, well, I don't think I'm ready or capable for that when God has given me all the tools. I mean, I got so much tools in my bag. He like, just use it. Just
use it. Yeah. And know that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you.
Yes.
If God got your back, I wouldn't want nobody else behind me. What? No, if he got my back,
look at kingdom.
That's it. I can do it. I can do it. So I encourage, I would encourage you, don't let doubt and feeling unsure of yourself be the primary barrier or the marker that says, hey, this is all you can do.
No. And I know, I think you were talking about that it stemmed from like
childhood. Absolutely. Yeah. So a lot of times people wonder, why do I get stuck? Why do I procrastinate? Why is it that I start stuff and I don't finish? It's going back to where that seed was sowed inside of you. So a seed of, you're not good enough, you're not going to accomplish anything, you're dumb, you're stupid, could have happened in elementary school, middle school, high school. And that very moment was the thing that stuck with you. I remember being 12 years old. So this is true who I am. And I do help people with disabilities because I too have my own disability. And so when I was growing up, I couldn't read. When I tell you, could not read. The people said that was me. That was me. And I was actually in 6th grade, I think, 5th or 6th grade, before I really had teachers that would really help me. And so, so even now I'm 58, and I'll tell people, my disability is in reading comprehension. I'll have to read something 2 or 3 times before I get it. And that's even now today. So when people come and tell me they can't do it because they can't read, I tell them, me either. I just have to read it 2 or 3 times till I get it.
There you go.
Don't let your disability be the thing that hinders you, because that's another excuse. Ooh. So I just tell people that off the cuff, because if I can do it, you can do it. But when I got in middle school, I really thought my teachers was playing a joke on me. But when I was in middle school, we used to have classes that said 7-1, 7-2, 7-3, and it was based on your intellectual level. And I'm in 7-1. What am I doing in this class with all of these smart students? And so I remember I worked hard and I made straight A's. And I ran home and I told my mama, Mama, look what I did. I made straight A's. And my mother looked at The report card. That don't mean nothing. Go in there and get a broom and do something. At that very moment, I'm not good enough and I haven't accomplished anything set in. Now, if you would have told me, if you would have said that had set in, I would have probably denied it. I would have denied it. But it goes when something sets in, when an event occurs in your life, and then a negative belief develops, it plays itself out in your life. So the way it plays itself out is through procrastination. So procrastination could mean procrastination being late. So you ever seen people who are late all the time? I tell my patients, you know why you're late for your therapy session all the time? Because you think what you say to me doesn't matter. You think that you're not important. And that is why. And I'll tell people, you come late so that you can't be seen, or you arrive to something late. Or if you do get there early, you want to get there so you could pick a seat where people can't see you. Because somewhere in your psyche, you believe you're not important and you don't matter. And if they can ever begin to connect those things, it'll go like, when did I begin to think that I wasn't important or I wasn't good enough? Now for me, I'm a trauma therapist. So it took me, when I was being trained to be a trauma therapist, we had to do the trauma therapy. We had to go through it for ourselves.
Oh, God.
And when I went through it for myself, it took me back to being 12. And it took me back to the event when my mother told me that doesn't mean anything. And the other piece is, how did it play itself out in your life? So I became a very passive aggressive person. I would do everything to please people. But the moment you rejected me or told me no, honey, I did a switch on you so fast. I went from being so nice and kind to just this monster. And I just never could connect it. But once I went into the therapy to help others, that helped me. It helped me. It connected. And I was like, I sat there in awe. And I said, I owe so many people an apology. Because I blamed them for so much of my failures when it wasn't them. It was me. But it was because my mother at that point, at 12 years old, said what I did not matter.
It stems from childhood.
It stems from childhood. So it's important that people be very careful how they speak, and that they always speak life into people. I don't care if it's the shoe shine boy, if it's the custodian. You do a wonderful job with that floor, I tell you.
And they feel like the best, like, wow.
Absolutely. Instead of going, that's all you can do.
I was told that too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you really have to be careful, because now if people are having doubts or they see that something is a barrier, they have to go back and dig, like, what's causing me to feel this way? What's causing me to be afraid? What's causing me not to take a risk and believe in myself?
Yes.
What's causing me not to make a decision and stick with it? They have to go back to, like, where did that start?
Where did it start from?
Where did it start
now
from?
You have me thinking. You got me thinking now. I wanted to hit on the mind shift, because I know we were talking about the obstacles. But for someone listening right now who feels like they've been sitting on an idea or business, what's one mindset shift they need before even stepping into something like your grant writing class? Like, what's one practical thing that they could do every day?
I always say, get up in the morning, and if you're doubting yourself, if you're afraid, just, God got me. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. He has me. I have no reason to fear. God hasn't given me a spirit of fear.
Or timidness.
Yes. Or doubt.
Yes.
No. So if he hasn't given it to me, then who gave it to me?
Yeah, who told you that?
Who told you that?
I remember my apostle said, he said, who told you that you couldn't amount to anything? Who told you that?
Who told you that? Because God didn't tell you that.
No.
So all he does is say, you take the step, and I'm going to be right there with you. And that's all you have to know.
Yeah.
And always look to God for guidance. Don't think that you're doing this with your own strength or your own knowledge or your own wisdom.
No.
You always, when I'm confused, I'll ask God for revelation knowledge. Reveal to me what it is I need to see, get out of this. What is it that I'm supposed to learn? So I don't do a lot of deflecting and projecting blame on to people anymore. I go and I'll ask God to show me what it is I'm supposed to know. What direction am I supposed to take?
Yes.
Yeah. Put the right people in my path.
Be at God's feet. Be in his face.
Yeah.
Seek me. Seek the kingdom of God first.
That's
it. The scripture says, seek the kingdom of God first and all his righteousness.
Yeah.
And all these other
things will be added
unto you. So for those who are ready to take action, with the grants, because I'm all in. Y'all gonna see me right there 30 minutes before the door open. So y'all better be there so we can do a little short podcast episode. Do a little Q&A.
Okay.
That'd be nice. Come on out. So we do a little Q&A before y'all go in and see how it is before, and then as you come out, I'll be out there seeing how the experience was,
That's it.
Do a little corner Q&A. That'd be nice. Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Okay.
So where can people find you and learn more about your event?
So if they'll go to my website, which is www.premiercounselingservices.com, and click on workshops, it will take you to the landing page, and you will see a QR code that you can scan and register for the class. And of course, feel free to call me. My number is 912-332-5145. If you have any questions, if you feel that you're having hurdles or anything in terms of doubt, anything dealing with I cannot do, I'm not worthy of, I guarantee you 2 or 3 sessions of trauma therapy will wipe it completely out your mind. And we can do that via in person or by video, virtually.
I'm gonna provide the link below so y'all can click on the
Zoom
link.
Yeah, so you can click on the QR code and it'll take you, but the Zoom link is so long, but
I'll scan the QR code so y'all can have it below. I'll do that for you, okay? And I'll send you the link so she can do what she do with the link. But this was really, really good. I mean, I love conversations like this because it reminds me that God doesn't just meet us in the fire. He matures us in it.
That's it.
He stretches us in it, and he prepares us for what's next through it. And sometimes what's next requires more than just prayer. It requires movement and obedience, and us to just be there with God and him with us. So y'all, it's been really, really great. I thank you, family, for tuning in to this episode, and not just an episode, but a life transformation episode for you, because you can now go to, and I wouldn't even call it an event, I would call it more a life transformation event, because it is it's needed. It's something that you've been wanting. I know you've been wanting it because I've been wanting it. I've been having questions, and Lord, I had like these 50. Yeah. Lord, I got some questions. I need answers. You said, "Come to your throne boldly." I'm here. Help me, please. So He's helping us. He's here. He's here, y'all.
That's right. And if they're a church, nonprofit, or a business, yes. Because when you said event, I was thinking about, you know how we have back to school events, and everybody gives away school supplies. So you may write a grant, say like to a Walmart, and get your school supplies, but you can write a grant to a foundation and turn that event into a program.
There you go. The bird in the bush herself. Oh man, this is really good. Well, y'all know where I'm gonna be when I have these questions. Thank you, Lord. You always know who to put in your life. I tell you, you stay with the Lord, and He gonna put people in your life, and then He gonna put you in others' lives so you can help them too.
That's right.
Stay humble, y'all. It's your girl Keish, host of the Cooler Day podcast, where we talk about Christ in real life, where we wear our story and we walk in our purpose, knowing that we are crowned and authentic, and where we shed the light in someone else's darkness, y'all. It's been good sitting here with Miss Gloria Daughtery, and I appreciate you so much. It was
a pleasure being here.
First time meeting her in person.
Yeah.
So lovely. The vibe, the energy, so good. God bless you.
God bless you.
All that you're doing for the kingdom of God, for His people. You don't know how many people are is pulling out of the darkness because of what you're doing. You know, who have their light, who are in the light now, from what you have been doing with every single person that walk in here and see you, and not just for counseling, but they get to meet God. Like they get to be in His presence because you're always in His presence. That's right. And they're like, what's that? That's why I was, what's that glow that was around you? That ain't nothing but the Holy Spirit, nothing but God all around her. And when you step into His presence, you too know. You'll know. All right, y'all. It's been good. Peace.
It's the cool of the day. The cool of the day. The cool of the day.